Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's the day, it's the final presentation of the current season of the residency, the first season of Digital Air. And we are very happy to present the results of it. The topic of this season was Phygital Bodies in Speculative Landscapes. And for the last 4 months, the artist of the current residency had a possibility to work and learn from the mentor of the residency, Anan Fries, who is also here tonight with us. And thanks to Anan, we all learned about digital spirituality, about phygital aspects of the digital world, and such topics as biodiverse thinking as well. So, as you, I guess, already know, the main topic of the residency and the main topic of the works that the artist is going to show tonight become body. How it fluctuates, how it differs, how it changes, how it performs, how it speaks, what kind of senses and sensuality it has in digital world is the topic for our discussion and tour today. We have 6 residing artists and 6 digital artworks and environments. And here they all are. I'm just going to go through the list over here. It's Hugo Avigo from Paris. Hugo, can you please mark yourself? Good. Sasha Kochetkova, also based in Paris. Sasha. Ksenia Markelova from Ekaterinburg. Nanda Raemansky from Eede. Alfiya Shamsutdinova from Kazan. And Jeanne Tullen from Geneva. So this tour will be conducted by the artist, and it will be conducted in English mainly. But if you have questions in Russian or you want to formulate them in Russian, please feel free to do so. You can either save them for later or put them in the chat, and we will help you with the translation. And now, without further ado, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. One little detail though, let me double check. Yes. So we will be entering the main room of our exhibition right now. Oops, me and lots of other people. I have a company here. And the first work that I would like to propose to dive into is the work by Sasha Kochetkova. So Sasha, we are diving into your space, and I think I'm keeping silent now.
Okay. Thank you, Christine. So I would like to start with the question, how to achieve immortality? One popular answer locates the root problem in an imperfect aging and breaking body, but this answer is inconclusive, as I think. Are you sure that you will be saved if you can drop your body? So my project consists of 2 acts. This is the first place. This is waiting hall. Here are the abandoned bodies. Here they are. They stand motionless like ruins. They are devoid of life and movement. They are waiting for something, perhaps continuation of the journey, perhaps complete oblivion, when their images are finally carried away by time and the digital wind. So this is figures, yeah. There is money in this place. We need to pass on money. It's on the back side, yeah. Without money, we cannot buy security. Security here is the armbands for swimming. We cannot enter the river without it. Now we have to find armbands.
Okay, I let someone in and I kind of froze a little. Wait a second.
Now, Krista, I think now you have to find money one more time. More money.
Yep, more money.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and now we have to pick up armbands and to leave this first place and go to the second act, to go to the river Styx. So here we can see flip-flops, and judging by the flip-flops left behind, many people entered here, so we should go there too. This is the second place, River Styx. This river is a transition from one world to another, transit from mortality to immortality. I think we have to go there. We have security and can go. Yeah, the waters wash the bodies and cleanse them of their contents. Do you see how empty they are? Like plastic bottles. You can walk through the bodies and see bodies inside, how it's empty. So they can be a home to hide in, a meadow to stroll through. It can be, I don't know, a new friend or a lunch container, for example. Because they are ready to accept the new things inside them. And now we have to find the final place of this world. We have to find the immortality. This is a tree. This is the third place for this world. It's rooted in the waters. It's like an island. It's safe and familiar. And the tree holds memories of the old world of people, of trees, of plastic signs, plastic bottles. This memory is stuck in him like a thorn. You can see this red sign, pizza sign. So we need to pull out the splinter to start over. And the starting over means to go to the first point of our main exhibition, because this process is like a loop. So that's all about my project. Thank you for attention.
Thank you so much, Sasha. So we're starting over. Basically, after reaching out for digital immortality, we're driving ourselves back to the initial point. And now, since we are slowly, sorry, I'm just gonna let other people in. Moving on. Hope I'm not gonna freeze now. I would like to propose to follow to Kshusha's artwork. And now, also like a small tip for those of you who will be doing it on your own, there is a map in the very middle of the room. So if you want to navigate yourself, you can go and check it. And now we're jumping in to Ksenia Markelova's work.
Can I start?
Yeah, perfect.
Yes. My project is called the Empathic Trail. Actually, this is the second version of the project, as in 2021, I have made it first, and it consisted then from several objects and video art and sculptures and these empathic trails. And what is the empathic trail? It's some speculative world where one day a catastrophe occurred and people get a new ability and new organ of communication and physical interaction, and it is called the empathic glands. So it's kind of, you have this empathic glands in the middle of your palms, and you can left some empathic trails, or also they're called marks, and spread everywhere some kind of corporeal substance, and people can communicate through it by reading these marks with also their palms like this. And also this ability influence on nature, on other species. So mutants appears and some hybrids of plants and this kind of human skin. And Christina is now showing you kind of my real diary, which I am supposed to write 2 years after this empathic catastrophe. So here you can read some notes and see some sketches, for example, about mutation of my cat, Elżbietka. It's very important part. And also in the studio you can find 4 objects which were influenced by this empathic trail theme. So here is one of them. All of them, of course, have their own conception and name. Here you can see a dove of peace, and yeah, you can see this wound on this object. And further, there is a head of a flower monster. I'm sorry, I forget. And actually, this artwork is a replica of a head of another artwork. And it's about how sometimes something close and important for you becomes terrifying and horrible. And here is some dark empathic trail. Yeah, and further, there are some stuff and you can look at it. And also there are 2 objects that are real objects with these empathic trails. I mean, they were made physically, and it's a dress, and further there is a head. And actually these are just objects that were some presents from my friends in past, and I just love them, yes. And under this head you can see some embryo, and it's actually not part of the head artwork, but they're just there together. So I think it's suitable when this empathic trail substance is like trying to hold this embryo. And after visiting studio, you can go close to the door and through it, and then you will go to a park scene. Yes, the background is generated from one picture of the city where I live, of Ekaterinburg, and maybe you can find somewhere the real image. And you can find 2 texts here. One of them is about the world of empathic trail itself, and on the right you can see a text about a concept and about a concept, yes. And there are a few objects with animation, and they're kind of some natural objects mostly, which were influenced by some person. For example, here you can see a stump and come close to it, so you can see this empathic trail crawling on it, and maybe imagine how some person left this mark on this stump. Let's go to another trees, this one. Yes, and actually all these empathic trails are different, and I have some kind of classification, but maybe it will be in the third version of this project. And here is some duo of trees.
And now I'm slowly approaching to the main empathetic trail.
Main. Yeah, it's called main, but it's maybe not main. Yes, and it is in the my speculative world of empathic trail. It is called empathic ejection. So such a huge empathic trail usually appears in some places of disaster or some intense situation. So you can imagine what could happen in this water, in this park. We can see it from another angle also. Yeah, it will be beautiful, maybe.
It's also possible to swim directly to it if one would.
Yes, you can swim or just stand inside this empathic trail. And yes, here we have fungi. So you can see that it's a kind of hybrid or mutant of fungi which were connected with the empathic trail of some human or maybe several humans, and now it's something different from usual mushrooms. So it's these things with mushrooms are really interesting, and of course this project it is suitable for the project. Yes, and the last object left. Actually, this one, I think it is my favorite because when I made this object of empathic trail in real life, it is a connection of silicone and tree bark. So here it is some kind of hybrid of skin of the tree and a skin of a human, and now it's some new cover for some new mutating creature, and I love it. And that's all here, and you can find a portal to studio on the left, and here you can see a portal to Fabrica space. No. It's here. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets difficult when someone is trying to enter.
Something happens.
Thank you so much, Ksusha. We will
Thank you.
slowly run to the portal to find ourselves in the main room once again. So as you already, I think, understood the concept, from the main room of Virtual Fabrica, you can go and reach all the works of the artist, but some of the works are actually positioned inside this room, and you can find them in different spots. And those are the animated paintings by Jeanne Tullen.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Jeanne, can you please
I
tell us a
guess
little
what
more
I
about
mean
them?
is that sometimes I don't know what or who I am. Days I feel like a human being, while other days I feel
Yeah, I don't think we can hear you that well though, or is it?
You don't hear me that well?
But an echo of who I was.
Maybe I can stop sharing the sound for a little and
Yeah,
then.
maybe for a minute, and then we can put it back when.
What annihilates me. That
But now we don't see the.
Yes, it's.
Ah, sorry.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Yes, so my work is a mix of paintings and sounds, as you heard, and is about solitude, togetherness, and identity. So those figures are in the space of La Fabrica, in the hallway, kind of waiting for the player to come and hear what they have to say. So in that sense, yeah, it's this kind of this long wait or this long yeah, they're just there waiting for you to come and see them and hear them. All of the paintings are, so I paint them like I don't paint digitally. I paint them with acrylic paint and oil paint, sorry, in my studio. And I only paint portraits of people that are closest to me. So sorry, you can just stand back 1 second. This, for instance, is a painting of my mom. And the voice that is with it, this kind of humming that you heard before, comes from, I mean, it is the voice of my partner. And so, yeah, now I think we can move to the other paintings. So the idea was to bring those paintings into the digital and to bring their voices as well in the digital, and to kind of alter both the audios and the paintings. And so the idea of the audios was also to mix the bodies, like mixing the voice to come from different people. The voice, it doesn't matter. Here's my sister, for instance, and my mom talks through her lips. So it's this idea of mixing maybe bodily or physical limits in a way. And here is also a smartphone on the right, which is an important object in my work in general. And in this work in particular, I think it was also this idea of being present or being together with someone or being connected with someone, or how this how our presence can be affected by maybe the presence of a phone, or how we can be together differently sometimes. And I want to read, sorry, maybe I'm going a little bit all over the place. I want to read a quote to you, which is from a book that is really inspiring for me. And by the way, as well, each of everything the paintings say, all of the words that I recorded are from some of my favorite authors. And they're all like the underlying theme is always identity and transformation, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna read you this quote from Laura Vasquez, who is a French writer and poetess. So it's my own very free translation of the text. So here it is. When we are with another person, we cannot exist normally. The other person calls us out of ourselves, takes us out of ourselves. We become responsible for that moment with the other person. We can no longer see ourselves. A pause is necessary to avoid losing ourselves. But when we are alone for too long, we can no longer feel ourselves. We cannot see ourselves. We cannot feel ourselves with others, but we cannot feel ourselves without others either. So I think this dilemma of togetherness and loneliness is really at the core of my painting works, and then, yeah, of this work as well. And now maybe we can listen a tiny bit, or maybe you can also go and listen to them later on. I don't know what's more, maybe it's better to go listen to them later on.
I think maybe we can also approach Rodrigo, and then we can listen to
Okay.
him.
Yeah, so let's approach Rodrigo and listen to, so each of them have different message to deliver, and Rodrigo is that head over there. He's, well, that's not Rodrigo, but that's fine. Let's go there first. So here they all have different behavior when you approach them. This is my other sister, Laurie. And some other heads are coming out as well. And the message that she's delivering is the shortest. She just repeats, "I have nothing to hide." And as she says that, she comes out of the wall. So by her presence and by this message, she kind of reveals the opposite. And she's always, there. I don't know, maybe I'm not very clear. Maybe we can just go to the last phase.
Okay, we will pass this lovely crowd over here. And, oh wait, I'm just gonna switch on my sound.
A white slit eye glued on the seat's peeling leather. Inside me, the eye became a switchblade, and something tore. My stomach forced up, but it was too late. In minutes, I became more of myself, which is to say, the monstrous part of me got so large, so familiar.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Yes, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Jeanne. And now we're gonna jump into the most difficult work from my laptop. And we will do my best here. So Nanda, can you please take the word and tell us a little about your work, which is also a very complex environment? Oh, can you switch on your mic? We cannot hear you. Yeah.
You hear me? Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I was on still on Bluetooth when I opened, so there was something wrong with the setting. Yeah, this is my artwork. Terneuzen, a post coffee shop city. It has become something of a tribute to the free Dutch spirit. Because like Terneuzen is a small city in the southwest of the Netherlands. And when the borders and actually it had a coffee shop, and when the borders from Europe opened, it became a little bit too popular, so that caused for some troubles, and it had to close. And then actually the whole atmosphere in the town changed. Like it was really progressive and open-minded, and you had a lot of things like the COC bar and the Proletariat. This is like the hangout for young people, and then they have I don't know, live music and cheap drinks and stuff. And anyways, all those progressive things started to disappear after they closed the coffee shop. And you see this actually in the world, that this tendency towards this left-wing thinking of everyone has to join in and let's do things cheap, and everyone can be itself and live its life the way it wants. We go away from that because yeah, we are going towards a more populistic way of thinking. And you see this, these freedoms, you see them disappear. So in my work, I try to make something of a tribute to those freedoms so that we don't forget how beautiful they were and are actually. And I hope that they will come back like in a wave. So if you walk through my artwork, it's actually a sort of a game. You're supposed to pick up items like this is a kilo of Flying Dutchman. You have to pick it up and then you can sell it somewhere in the city. And then you can collect money to fix the city because it has been broken after the coffee shop closed. The local economy collapsed. All those things that were there to do have disappeared with it. So how are we going to make sure that the city is going to be a nice place again where people want to go and people can enjoy themselves and have a good life? So that's sort of like the objective of the game, that you have to fix the city, and then you have to collect items and sell them and do some time traveling to find out what happened in the city. But I also have to say that the work is too large, so I wasn't able to fully finish it. So the narrative of the non-player characters still have to be added in, and some of the game elements are also not 100% functioning yet. But you can jump from one scene to another, and I do not know exactly. Maybe I see Alexander is here. Maybe he can tell me how it works with the time traveling, because I didn't have a chance yet to figure it out. Do you know how to do it? I mean, can we already buy the Flying Dutchman and then go to the clock and travel?
Yes, it should work when you go to the time traveling station and pick the left or the right one. But we have to find one. Yes, here is a clock.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just maybe just to comment, and if it was not very clear from before, it's a very complex structure. So it can take you several hours to dive into and understand how and where you can turn it, what kind of scene and environment you can find there. So if you have time and you want to dive into the work, we strongly recommend you to do so, because it's a very immersive experience as well. Please try and find all the possible scenes and collect the money. It's also very important for the logic of the work. And then if you see the Flying Dutchman, please send us the screenshots if you can catch him. It's very important.
Yes, it's a very complex work. It has 15 separate scenes with sort of tunnel constructions where you can walk through like this. It's also confusing because you have, of course, the picture and the opening, and sometimes you think that the opening is in the picture, but then it's only a picture, and sometimes you think it's an opening, but it's actually a teleportal. So it's a bit confusing, but I think it's nice. It's I know I'm very happy from it, but I put it like this. Yeah.
Okay, I will collect my final 50 euros and then I will be going out. Thank you so much, Nanda.
Oh, yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, I will have to do this for a second. And then we will go to our starting point. And we are slowly approaching to the two last works that we have throughout this residency. And the next person to present, a very big party over here. And the next person to present, I would like to be Hugo. Hugo, you have a very also immersive and interesting and both anxious and not anxious work here. So I'm gonna just jump into or miss it at some point. and the floor is yours.
Yeah, okay. Hi everyone. So it's like a small guide, a small app, I guess, to work on your anxiety. And you just go through elevators because I cannot go into elevators, so it's my symbol of what I hate and not hate, but what I, it's a symbol of fear, of phobia, of anxiety and everything. So every floor there is on all the elevator on the right make you less anxious if you really know, if you need it, and all the elevator on the left side are making you more anxious, depending on what you want to be. And you go up, and the more you go up, you see videos, and you cannot really walk around. It's that you just appear and you walk alone. Only the last floor you can just move around with your character. So yeah. But usually you have a video here. Yeah. But right now you can't really see it, but there's a video normally, and it's a video
That's
from
true.
yeah, maybe take the one to the go to the anxious one. Go to the left. Maybe the left one. Yeah.
We don't see the video.
Oh,
We just hear the sound.
interesting. Wait.
So what? I don't know.
Oops. Oh.
Maybe you can relaunch the game again.
Yeah. That's great. Okay.
Maybe it's too heavy. I have no idea.
Yeah, I think. Okay, now it works. Good. A small technical problem. So the anxious one.
Yeah, any anxious. So basically you just start, and then you have 1 second or two, and then the video pops in and it's really close to you. You can't really see it, and the video keeps repeating itself, all of them. And yeah, and each floor it's like that. You get 4 floors, so it goes kind of fast. And then you can choose, I don't know, if you want to go to the cool side or the bad side. And the more you go up, the better the video are. And in the end, you kind of cure. You finish with a breathing exercise. You can start to breathe. There's like a app. It's kind of a you can use this app if you like get panic attack in the metro or anywhere. And just because to me it makes me really anxious usually to use the. Yeah. Maybe without the sound. So yeah, I don't know if people can hear it.
I think I
But,
switched it off because otherwise we cannot hear you.
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. It's just that I have bad experience with VR and all those electronic, I don't know, usually makes me, I feel less good that if I go to the walk into the forest. So it was this whole idea of trying to make you less anxious. And the best experience I have with it will be app like petit bambou in French, which mean breathing and anti-anxiety system and all this. It's all about elevator because I have this thing where I make a lot of elevator. This is an inside-out elevator for claustrophobic sculpture, and it was turned into a food truck who serve like 800 hot dogs. I don't know. It's just inside. It's kind of super meta, like basic meta with a simple concept, which is elevators, and then everyone can see what he wants into the elevator things. But yeah, usually you have the sound and you have the video is more like, And it's always the same elevator going up and up and up. And well, I think I don't know if
So-
I can maybe
Yeah. So, but in the end, everyone is reaching the same room.
There's the same room because everybody goes in the same direction. You just go up, you cannot choose. And I think, yeah, and in the end, you can have this thing. We will say you made it. Now you can take an elevator in real life. You can just take the elevator. That's it. You made it. So it's kind of mini game, because I never really play video game, and so it was a good opportunity to make this kind of hybrid work, which is between an app and between a game and between a health thing. Because I had this bad memory in a hospital. They made me a heart surgery, and it was for 4 hours, and it was like super long. And they wanted to give me Google VR, so you can be more quiet, and you have to choose between like landscape, calming landscape. And it was the worst thing in the world because you feel super anxious and you feel super like claustrophobic inside those VR. It's the worst thing. I don't know why they give to people in the hospital. It's really bad. So I was like, you know what? Let's try to redo it, but in a good way. And so that's why there is video. I try as less as possible to use 3D. It's more like real life into the, no 3D. Just video of a good moment so basically here you are supposed to have noise like this from this Calm. I think Calm is a famous app where people use to feel better, and so you can just stay here and make your breathing exercise forever if you want, and then you have this logo
Breathing in
and
and breathing out.
yeah, easy. And then voila. And then you have this little elevator who brings you back. And the elevator here and the symbol there are a big sculpture I just made in a museum in the south of France. And it's the 9-meter elevator with this system turning. So I kind of link this installation with the museum, and you will be able to watch when you are in the museum place, when you see this 9-meter real elevator going up and down, which is you will be able to play the game too, and or at least watch the game. So it's all linked all together. Voilà.
Okay. Why are there 5 floors? I always wanted to ask. Is there is it a specific number?
No, I just had 10 video I like, so it was 10 divided by 2. If I had 12 video, it would have been 6 floor, I guess. And if it had been 14 video, it would have been 7 floor. And more than 5, it's boring. It gets slow, a bit too slow.
Okay, so if you ever want to have a breathing exercise, you know where to find one. It's over here.
Exactly. It's free. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can take the elevator if you have panic with elevator.
Exactly. And now you also have a choice here. You can either go to the elevator or you can go to the way out and go back to the main room. Thank you so much, Hugo.
No problem. My pleasure.
And now we are super good with our timing also. And we are approaching to the last, but not the least, portal of work of Alfiya Shamsutdinova. And I'm going to just jump into that. And you will see this disclaimer. So Alfiya's work is only available with your smartphones. And please, if you ever will try to tap into that, use your smartphones for that. And in order to broadcast it, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and ask Alfiya to take over. Can you unmute, please?
Hi. Do you hear me? Do you see my screen?
Yes.
My name is Alfiya. I was born and live in Kazan, and I'm a performance artist and dance therapist. And I came to this field from this body anxiety, of how to deal with our slow biology with this technology. And I'm not good at it, but I'm experimenting with all this daily stuff that appears. I mean, by daily stuff, I mean this technology which is already is coming to our daily life. So cell phones, Telegram games, VR a bit, Zoom performances, and so on. So I'm very glad that I came to this residency, because I really wanted to maybe play with this gamification. I never tried it. But echoing the thesis of Ksenia Markelova, this is not my first work within this topic. I work with the topic of web estranged choreography from 2021, and already in Fabrica, in Bomba Gallery, I have made in 2022 the installation about doom scrolling. There were also this web estranged choreography implemented, and here we also deal with this topic. So this is the play dance game, and I start showing it. So this is the first thesis you see on the main screen, and it says that imagine that we all like one tribe, and maybe you have your fellows doing the same stuff in the phones daily that you are doing. Maybe they are speaking different languages, maybe these people are in different countries you maybe don't know, and then do it on their maybe other phones, but anyway, we are doing the same choreography. And my game is a chance to step closer to this decentralized choreography and to work with the attention. So when I put start, we come to the 4 dances. I have made an art research in my social media, and I have asked Russian people, Russian-speaking people, what they are doing daily in their phones mostly. I mean, in time dimension. So they said they are playing games, some games on their phones. So they scroll dance. They're scrolling some social nets. They're texting in messengers, and or in their notions, notes, something. So they are texting, and they are YouTube watching mostly. So that's why these are my 4 dances that I suggest to join. So let's say now I push scroll dance. I push, and that's how was set in the instruction. I suggest following in synchronicity with your fingers. Follow my fingers that you see on the screen. This is just an imitation with the blank fields, but you can understand what is going on, what's implied to be there. Maybe in your feed line, or maybe on your friends' ones, maybe in one social net. And this is how it's called, art game. It has no meaning, no gain, no scores, and you won't be like in karaoke scored 100%, because this is an attempt to give this empty attention to think about the scrolling, and to dive in with your attention into this body feeling, like rejoining from the content. So I'm going back, and we'll show the second dance. Let's say it will be texting dance. So here you also see texting, but I try to make it more like international one. So here in my texting, I use only numbers, and in several seconds it is understandable the logics of the game, so you could really follow my fingers. And of course, now I'm just representing the game, because the idea is in having this experience and in having this, especially yours experience, because I'm not actually think that performance artist is a good name for my work, because I mostly see myself as a reframer. Yes, a bodily one. Yes, I dive very much into the history of dance, and I work with it. So I understand why I'm doing this step and how it follows the logics of the dance history for like centuries. But I see myself mostly like a situation maker, a reframer. So the thing is in your experience. So I really suggest you to follow the link and to have your own experience. And then when I go to the end, this is the, I think, the major part, because I really suggest finding a second the next time you are scrolling, texting, or YouTube watching in your phone. Just maybe decentralize with your attention and go into synchronicity with 5 billion people all over the world doing the same stuff as you are. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Alfiya. Thank you. And it was the last artist to guide you through the work that they have made during this residency. Thank you so much for your great presentations and for the extraordinary work that you all have done. I think every work here and every project is very complex and worthy of attention. So for all of our viewers, please go to the website and check all the links. They're already there. If you want to check the Telegram game and join the dance game, you can do it also with your phone. In any other case, you can do it both from your phone and from your laptop. It's all possible. The links will be published also on Fabrica's website so that everyone could access from that website too. And we just wanted to say thank you once again for our audience today. Thank you very much for Anan, because they have been of great help and support and guidance through this residency. And also, of course, big thanks to Alexander, who has been our digital creator and technical curator throughout this 4 months. And he has done a lot of work with us. And I think without his support, the majority of the works will not be presented in the way that we have done today. So, and thank you, Maria, also, who was a guest curator during the residency. Thank you all, guys, for the things that you have done during the season. It was a great pleasure to be here and to work with you. And it's not the last time that we're probably doing the tour. Maybe next time we can do it completely in Russian. So please stay with us and subscribe to our news. We will post the updates and upcoming events there. And the next upcoming event is going to be tomorrow. So please don't forget that we have an open lecture tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central European time. It's 7 p.m. Moscow time. And Anan is going to be giving an open lecture tomorrow, the last one, which is going to end up the circle of the residency, co-thinking and co-learning. So please feel free to join us. The Zoom link is going to be the same, so you can use it. And thank you again.